there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. People will try to take you off of your path. Look, this is very important. Yeah, and I've talked about this before, and you know I'm going to talk about it again. And this is something that you have to be very cognizant of because it's going to happen. People will try to take you off your path, and people, they're not going to believe in what you can do. Because I've talked before, I've been on jobs and I've had people, I'm not even telling them what I'm doing, calling me a dreamer. And they say, oh, he's just a dreamer. I'm not even telling them what I'm doing. They probably just looking at me and saying, oh yeah, well, he ain't walking around here like he's gonna be stuck here. And yeah, I wasn't moving around there like I was gonna be stuck there. I was moving around, walking like I was owning something. I was just there, hey, look, you know me on these 1,000 jobs, they were just day jobs. My main thing was to get my thing going. And that's a whole other conversation. But here's the thing, I don't care what you're doing. Whether it's somebody reading your body language, whether you tell somebody you think is close to you, oh yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. You're going to have people try to take you off your path. I mean, it's a crying shame. They not going to help you. They not going to look at you. Like I always talk about when I first started writing, I had multiple people saying, oh, you can't make money that way, or you can't do this. Now, there were two types of people. There were the people who said I can't do anything, and then there were the people who said, oh, let me see what you got. And they believed in me. Deal with the people who at least say, let me see what you have. Let me see what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, who want to find out. And even when you get to those people, find out which ones want to help, and then find out which ones still want to be like, you can't do that. No, all they're saying really is they can't do it. Because let's be real out here. Most people are just part of the herd. Most people are under the control of the days. Most people will just work an ordinary job. Most people will just go back and forth to work. Most people, even if they have dreams, will not make them do anything to make them come true. And see, the problem is, if that's how they want to be, okay, fine. But then if you get somebody saying, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, don't try to stop them. Because you have some people, well, one, they trying to stop somebody else because they're not doing it. And two, you get some straight up haters out there. Let's just be real. You get some straight up haters out there. You trying to do something, you trying to be more sovereign in your life, you trying to own some things, you trying to do some things. And they straight up going to hate on you. They not going to be like, oh, you can do this. I'm going to tell you a habit I have. If somebody tell me they're going to do something, I'm always encouraging them, even if I don't know what the heck they're doing. And I don't need to. If they believe in it, I'm like, somebody could just casually say, well, I want to do this, this, and this. I say, man, you got this. You can do this. I don't have to know. Because my thing is, I'm going to say it because I know they're not going to hear it. Sometimes you're not going to hear it from your own family. Your own family is going to try to take you off the path. I remember coming up, I had family members trying to tell me, oh, well, just get this nice and safe job. I remember it was a big thing when I was coming up to work for the government. And I did something, but even when I was working in the government, I still had my writing. I was still working on my writing. It was never going to be a permanent thing. Shoot, I could be furloughed right now if I had really stuck with the government. I would have made a lot of money, and then I was talking with a barber, and she knows several men who have been working for the government for nearly 20 years. Furloughed. Now what they gonna do? They paying for all of this stuff, paying for homes, paying for their children to be in school, furloughed. Come on now, come on now. See, one of the things, what do I always say about being sovereign? The whole philosophy, having control over your life, and then with the things you can't outright control, at least having leverage, being in a position where you can leverage it. Like, for example, if you want to be, if you don't want to have your own business, you want to work in that particular career, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you want to work for somebody, there's nothing wrong with that, but at least be in a position where you can leverage it. Be in a position where if they acting up, they acting silly, you can be like, well, hold up, this is what I want to do. Because I've been on some jobs, I'm gonna tell you what, during the last great recession, I actually made more money and I was working on a full-time job. I was in a position of leverage. Because where I was working, they had a major layoff and I was going through some stuff, but the manager wanted to keep me around. So I'm gonna tell you what, you want to be that. But see, the whole thing is you want to be on that sovereign path. You want to be on that path where you have control, where you can control it, leverage where you can. You want to keep going. And no, it's not, I wish it was going to be easy, but no, it's not going to be easy. And especially you're going to get people around you who might tell you no. Because remember, I told the story, it's like a couple of jobs I had people saying, oh, he's just a dreamer. I'm not even telling them what I'm doing exactly. I'm not even letting them know. I'm just on the job. Maybe, like I said, maybe they could tell from my body language or something. But I'm like, whatever. How you like me now? And see, you got to be that way. Because people are going, because they can't do it or they don't see it, they want to stop everybody else. Now, if they stuck in wherever, that's them. Don't try to stop anybody else from trying to do something. That's why I say no matter what I was doing, somebody could tell me whatever. And then I would always be like, yeah, you can do this. In fact, one of the things I use as an example, and I'll talk about it next week, men and women who are living their dreams. I always use them as an example. I was like, oh, well, they're doing it. I'll talk about that next week because it's very important that you keep going. It's very important that you do the things that you want to do. Because there's always going to be somebody. There's always going, I don't care what. In fact, that's one of the things they all say in like success manuals. Don't tell people. Don't tell people. Even if they reading something in your body language or how you carry yourself or they find out something, you still don't tell them. If you got to work on another job or you doing whatever, you on that path, you just keep going. You keep it to yourself. But you keep going no matter what. And yeah, there's going to be some pitfalls. You're going to fall in a hole sometime. You're going to run into that wall. Keep going anyway. Because if you being sovereign, the most important person to you is that person in the mirror. You keep going, believe in yourself. And I've talked about that multiple times, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Keep rising to become the sovereign man that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.